Welcome back to another episode of The Fresh Faces, a show that spotlights the up-and-coming stars of tomorrow's San Francisco. An inspired singer, dancer, and choreographer who is as well known for his music as he is for his kind heart and compassionate spirit. Please welcome to the show, Elton.
Hi,
Welcome,
Eric.
Elton. How's it going?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being here.
Of
We
course.
really appreciate it. So to jump in, last year in an interview with Posture Magazine, you described your 2012 album Push as a story that takes you through an experience of celebrating yourself and celebrating who you are. Is this the overall message you were hoping to instill within your fans as an artist?
Yeah, definitely. Since I started my music career professionally, and when I had my big single "Music's Got You" hit XM, and just kind of create this amazing fan base for me, I wanted to be able to really identify to these listeners as an artist as far as who I was.
Yeah.
Telling a story with the music, and I didn't want my album to just be a clump of songs. So I really spent 3 years kind of songwriting and working with these producers to help me create the story from beginning to end. Ultimately, it's just a celebration of fun, celebrating, the people that you have fun with and the good times that you experience with music. So I was excited to be able to achieve that and put that out there and kind of get this amazing feedback from it. Yeah.
So your album is largely a dance album, correct?
Yes, it's heavily electronic influenced. So yeah, I wanted it to be fun, and for me, dance music and electronic music has always been something that just kind of brought an upbeat spirit to anything that I was involved in. So yeah.
And that started in 2010 is when that single hit Sirius XM, correct?
Yeah, 2010 was kind of that big moment with my career, and as soon as I started getting into rotation with XM and hitting it big in Canada, it's just like all of a sudden these fans just started to kind of start following my music, and since then it's been just awesome and fun.
Yeah, and then in 2012, this album
Push comes out, and it's been great since then.
The feedback?
Yeah, feedback has been awesome. People that I've been able to kind of talk about it to really have enjoyed what I was able to create with it. I mean, 3 years of my time was invested into it, and listeners totally appreciate it. And I get messages from people from all over asking, what's the next project? And, telling me how much they really like the album, and it's been kind of cool to experience as an independent artist.
Yeah, to see that kind of feedback from something
totally.
that you've created from the start.
Totally. I mean, the great thing about social networking and social media, as an independent artist, I've been able to use those tools to really get me to where I am today with music. And it's the coolest thing when you get a message from someone that you don't know from wherever in the world, and they're asking you about a track on your album, or they're asking you about the next gig that you're going to play, or what's the next project to look forward to. And it's just kind of sometimes surreal to kind of experience, and it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Makes it all worth it.
When you actually hear that from
Yeah,
people
totally.
who
I mean, I
really
create
enjoy
this
the
music for people to enjoy and listen to, and when I get that type of feedback back, then I know I'm doing the right thing with it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, just after you released Push, a follow-up came out, Push Play, and that was it featured largely a producer and DJ, John LePage. And now you don't just collaborate with him, but you collaborate with a lot of artists in a lot of your songs.
Yeah.
How is it like, or how is it collaborating that intensively, and does that add fuel to your creative fire? So
Yeah, definitely. The one thing is that in being a queer artist, you get exposed to a lot of amazing inspiration. And when it comes to a lot of these producers I get to collaborate with, there's sometimes this sound that I hear from them that I want to be able to dive into. And I look at them as a person also. I mean, you could be a great producer, but if you're an amazing person to kind of just work with, it makes the experience that much better. So working with someone like John LePage, who's out there in the communities, playing all these parties, producing these records for these amazing artists, and to be able to have him on a project, musically, it's awesome. As a friend, it's even better. And I think it kind of showcases in the music also, which I was really excited to put that remix album soon after I put out Push.
Exactly.
And great feedback also. So it definitely drives inspiration and motivation to kind of push myself when it comes to putting out more material out there.
And speaking of, you have a second album coming on the way, and you recently posted a picture online on your Tumblr, on all of your accounts. It was hashtag ISE. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so after I released my album, I kind of took a few months off to kind of just do other things outside of music, and this year has really been focused on this new project. So hashtag ISC isn't the official name, but it's kind of the lead single going into this new album project I'm working on, because I'm kind of departing from my sound that people are familiar with me, and kind of taking on a new direction. And I think that this song is really going to showcase that.
Fantastic.
I'll announce it pretty much leading into the summer festivities, and so you'll hear all about it online.
Perfect. And with that, we're just about out of time. Be sure to keep an eye out for Elton's newest release later this year. And for more information, be sure to follow Elton on pretty much everywhere. He's on Facebook, /Elton Now, Twitter @Elton's World, Instagram Elton Now. He's also on Tumblr, MySpace, Spotify, SoundHound, YouTube. Thank you all for stopping by and sharing a little bit of Elton's world with us. Thank you, Elton.
Thank you, Eric.
I'm Eric Lefebvre, and this has been The Fresh Faces. Thank you for joining.